We're here.
Hi, I had to go off of my phone and not my computer, so
Ah, yeah. Nice to meet you.
likewise. We
So would you
met
like,
in February.
yeah. Oh my God. So would you like to introduce yourself to the viewers and tell us a little bit about the history of your store?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Rebecca Sweeney. I've been with the Dance Shop since 2014. I have I grew up as a gymnast, so
Oh,
I
wow.
don't have your traditional background as far as fitting point shoes, but I've sat with all of our master fitters from all of the brands that we carry, and I've been lucky to be super educated in point and what it is to have a successful fitting.
Yes.
So we used to have two stores, but we just closed one due to the pandemic. And so now we're back open and everything's going great at our location we've had since 2012. So,
Mm-hmm. One sec. I need to close my window. So would you like to show us around your store and talk
absolutely.
about it?
Sure thing. I'm going to flip my camera around here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, this is our little location here.
Uh-huh.
And we come in and we have all of our featured Nikolay products right here on our little table.
Oh, that's nice. I love that. Ah.
And we have all of our children's items here.
Oh, nice.
And adults,
Uh-huh.
separates on the wall.
Cool.
This is our fitting area with our
Oh,
two
hello.
dancers.
Hello.
So we have Gabby on the right, that's
Uh-huh.
literally Dance the World on point.
Wow.
And then we have our new representative
Oh,
for
cool.
Nikolay on the left, Miss Savannah. So
Oh,
they're joining us
perfect.
today.
Oh, cool. I can't wait.
Yes,
Excellent.
so Miss Savannah, is actually going to be fitted in some point shoes today. She hasn't had an
Yay.
actual fitting in a couple of years.
Oh, wow.
So,
Cool.
yeah. And then Nikolay was very gracious and shipped us out a new style of point shoes.
Uh-huh.
The Kitri, the
Katya.
Katya.
Yeah.
And Gabby's going to be trying them on for
Oh,
us.
cool.
So,
How fun.
yes, I am
So
super excited.
whereabouts in Las Vegas is the dance shop?
So we are in the southwest section of Las Vegas,
Uh-huh.
just off of one of our major freeways. We are off of Rainbow and Patrick.
Mm-hmm. So also with regards to people coming to your store, are you open like Monday to Sunday, or what are your hours at the moment, and what are the rules with regards to people coming to shop in person?
So we are open Monday through Friday, noon to 6 p.m., and then Saturdays 9:30 to 3:30. We are closed on Sundays.
Uh-huh. So do you have a limit to how many people you can have shop in your store at the moment due to COVID, or?
Yes, we actually do. So we have 4 is our maximum capacity because
Uh-huh.
we are so small. I mean, you see
Sure.
how tiny our little store is
So
here,
much
and
stuff though, it's great.
we try to make it all fit and all work, and
Uh-huh.
it it's been interesting with the regulations, but you know, we're very blessed and fortunate to be able to have what we have. So we're
Yes,
thankful every day
absolutely.
for those 4 people.
Fabulous. So I just have a few more questions to ask, and then we can get on with the fitting, and then just talk about stuff. So how long have you guys been stocking Nikolai point shoes for?
Gosh, I want to say about 5 years now we've had
Fabulous.
the Nikolay. And then we actually carry just the 2007 model, and we're looking to bring on another style. But I mean, obviously, as both of our dancers here, we stock their apparel and love their garments. I mean, they're unparalleled as far as their garments go. They're just
Fabulous.
stellar.
Oh, great. Yeah, it's been really interesting because during lockdown, I was helping a lot of retailers learn about, I mean, you know, as well, learning about all the different models because it's so fantastic now. Because for the viewers watching, if you didn't know, we have now got incredible, we are basically giving much better access now because now we're in control fully of the distribution of products. There's so much more range of point shoe models available to the States now where there wasn't before. So
Yes.
there's so many models, and it's really fun because so many retailers didn't know there was so many different variation between models and how much as a brand we have to offer to everybody. Because believe it or not,
It's so
even in
true.
the UK, we have problems where retailers only stock 2 models, whereas, you know, of course, there is a Nikolai shoe for absolutely everyone, which is fantastic because as a brand, we are so diverse and there's so much variation. So for you guys watching, if you wasn't aware already, we have 5 different lasts and we have many models built on those lasts, and they're all so different, which is just incredible. And on point, even dancers can feel so much variation, and even Mr. Grishko just mentioned that 3007 is much better. So the 3007 is our upgraded version for the viewers watching. But also I'd like to pipe in and just say that the 3007 is wonderful. Absolutely, I love it. But if you have a very, very flexible foot, sometimes it needs modifications for the more flexible feet. Whereas the 2007 still has its place with those more flexible feet, in my opinion. And the other great thing is we have customization available on not just slippers, but we have it on point shoes. So also dancers, if you find a Nikolai point shoe that you love, but you want to tweak it, it's possible in custom order to tweak it to exactly how you want it, which is so cool. Excellent. So shall we get on with some fitting?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Cool.
So I'm going to swap you back around here. Let's go ahead and start with Gabby.
Sure.
So you have your
costumes here. It was sent as a sample pair,
Uh-huh.
and it luckily was perfectly my size.
Oh, wow.
So I'll try to.
What shank strength are they?
This shank is a medium,
Cool.
and it's a 5'3"X.
Excellent. So for the viewers watching who are curious about Karcher, it was built on 2007 last. It comes in both canvas and satin. And the idea with the canvas is it's already like a pancake looked. So if you are unaware, a lot of professional dancers and some dancers in training have to have their shoes matte for the stage. So in the canvas option, that makes it already done. And you can also order it in different colors as well. It also has a pre-applied suede cap. Now, the reason for that is with contemporary ballet, there's a lot of sliding movements and the platform can get worn down very, very quickly. So it makes the platform extra durable. It also features a shank that is more flexible. In fact, it's exactly the same shank as 3007. I had confirmed recently. And it's 3/4. So it gets into the arch. It breaks up a little bit higher in the arch, which a 3/4 shank is really nice for flexibility in the arch. Not that our shanks don't already melt into the arch if they are the correct shank strength for you, just putting that out there. But also it has a very low crown, which is also known as the profile height. So it's a really, really streamlined look with low sides, and it really shows off the arch. Plus it has a inner sole. The outsole is cut lower. So you'll see this on the dancer's foot in the moment, what I mean by that. It also is a very durable platform. And the box paste is, it's not like super hard, but it's not super soft. It's sort of a nice adaptive paste. It's not lightweight, flexible, but it's more like the classic smart that we have, but it adapts really nicely to the foot.
Go ahead and take your mask off.
Okay, so let's go up in parallel position. And then that's a good angle actually, because now we can see. So when I was mentioning to you guys watching about the outer sole, can you see how it ends lower? And the reason for that is it creates more of the three-quarter look on the shank to separate in the arch. If you turn up to first position for us, and then just go up onto pointing first. So yeah, if you with the camera go more side on to one shoe only, so I can try to show the shape of the shank. Yes, nice angle, great. So you can really see where the arch is more prominent higher up, where the three-quarter is about to break into the arch. Obviously on this pair they could do with a little bit more molding in the arch, but we'll talk about that in a moment. As you can see, this pair is the canvas pair, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am, it sure is.
So yeah, this is the canvas mat. So can you see how matte and already pancaked that looks? So it has no shininess. So for professional ballet companies and some dancers in training, they have to have this matte appearance. So it blends with the leg line, and you can order this in different skin tones as well. And as you can see, it's a very smooth look. There's minimal wrinkles going on, and it's a very flattering line. How does it feel on point, by the way?
Oh, they feel really great. Like you were saying with the arch, it's very moldable.
Uh-huh.
And also, I've noticed that around the box, it doesn't feel like a normal point shoe where I'd have to break it in. It's like molding to my foot.
Yes, absolutely. And that's one of the very beautiful things about Nikolai point shoes, is the fact that we have so many pastes, but they all feel so different, and everyone has like a personal choice. For me personally, like I'm a big lover of the classic smart because I love the sturdiness feeling of it, but I have worn all the others as well. But the other great thing is for humid climates and for dancers that sweat tons, we offer Tropicana paste, which means the box and the platform last longer in those kind of climates. They aren't, when they go soggy, then they go dry out quicker, which is also a really cool thing. So how long have you been wearing this pair for?
This is actually my first week wearing them. I came back from an injury, but now I'm so excited to get back to dancing.
Sure. So, how much point work do you do a week, roughly?
I used to study at Dutch National, Bolshoi, and Houston Ballet, and we would do point work very often. I'd say every day, with rehearsals too, maybe 4 hours a day.
So, what shoes have you worn? Other brands in the past? Are you new to Nikolai brands, or?
Yes, I'm new to Nikolai brand.
Cool.
I've worn them. I've alternated between all brands, wearing Grishko and Suffolk and Breed.
Now, did you find one thing you will find about wearing Nikolai's or Grishko's in other parts of the world, for those watching that didn't know, is the fact that our shoes last a really long time. Have you ever found that sometimes by wearing some other shoes that the lifespan isn't as sturdy, especially in the box paste?
Right. Some of them will last even 1 day, or because of the manufacturer, sometimes even an hour.
Right. It's crazy. And the viewers watching who are a little bit curious about construction of point shoes, the box and the shank have to support you, of course, but they shouldn't be too hard, but they shouldn't be too soft. And when dancers are in training or professionals, they have to have different things from their shoes for different roles they are dancing. But also the way the shoe breaks down varies for each dancer. So this is also where a great fitter comes into play. So if you have a fitter and get to know them and stick with them, you can work together to each time perfect your point shoes, which is also really crucial. Because feet change, so much changes about strength, technique, the way that you use your shoes, how your shoes die. So thinking about these Karcher point shoes, did you feel a lot of difference in the platform? Because it's a very flat platform, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very great for balancing. I had practiced in my house a bit, and they feel very nice, very sturdy.
They look really good on you, actually. So would you like to take a fifth position from the side as well, so we can look at the shape they give, and then go a little bit lower. Yes, nice. Oh wow. Oh, there's a moth. Fabulous. Could you take a little bourrée, or you guys might call it karoo? I always get confused. Some dancers call it a karoo, some call it a bourrée. Nice. So with this shoe also, how did that suede cap feel to you? Because it's not very common in America, I noticed, for people to put suede on the bottoms of their pointe shoes.
I think it feels very good, and it's gripping the floor nicely because sometimes it can be very slippery.
Yes.
But they feel very comfortable, and I feel secure.
Yeah, it's like over here in the UK, a lot of dancers either darn their shoes or put suede on the ends. I darn mine personally, but all my dancers that I sell shoes to, they mostly buy the suede caps. So for you guys watching, if you wasn't aware, the suede caps are what you glue on the ends of the platform, and they go over the pleats. And what they do is it extends the life of the platform, but it also keeps the satin on and gives the dancer additional grip. So I noticed in America it wasn't a very common thing, but I'm just throwing it out there so people know about it. Here you go. Yes. So these are the suede tips, and you apply them using fabric glue or PVA, but not super glue. And I have a video on my YouTube and IGTV on exactly how to apply them as well, should anyone get stuck. So that's also a really cool accessory. So do you want to try on any other Nikolai shoes? Have you got any 2007, 3007 Zarina size by any chance?
Yes, of course.
Cool. So shall we do that?
Yes.
6.
Oh,
5 3X. Okay. Let's do the 5.
So for people watching, if you have any questions, feel free to ask and I'll get round to them in a moment. So where do you dance at the moment?
Right now with the pandemic and my injury, I have been just training with my teacher. She is Miss Ella at Nevada School of Dance.
So
and then, oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. It's the lag. So you've danced pretty much everywhere. Would you like to tell us a little bit about your history of where you've danced and what you've loved and where you've been?
Yes, so I started doing ballet pretty late, around 14.
Wow, I love stories like this.
Yeah, but I had tried to work very hard with my teachers and eventually went to Houston Ballet. And from there, I went to the Dutch National. And right after Bolshoi and Kazakhstan National, which is kind of a new upcoming. But they have the old director of Vaganova. So it was very amazing to learn under her and watch the performances at the, on the summer opera.
Sure. Wow, that's really good. You've had such a fascinating journey.
Yeah, and I even had to learn Russian for Bolshoi and Kazakhstan.
Wow. How was that? Was it easy for you to learn it, or?
No, very hard, but I think it's worth it. And it's like a very pretty language, so I like to practice.
I'd love to learn. I'm just so bad at languages, but maybe I'll give it a shot one day and see what happens.
Okay.
So what have we got on now? Yeah. Cool.
In a 5-4X.
In a medium shank.
Cool. So let's have a little look at these, shall we? Nice. And now turn up to first on point. Very good. Can we look at a bit of a closer angle on one foot so we can see the shape of it? So for you guys watching, the 2007 is obviously one of our classic shoes. One thing about the 2007 is sometimes it's a little high in the heel, as we can see here. So that can be customized, but also the 3007 has a more kind of sculpted heel to get rid of the additional kind of fabric. But as you can see, she's lovely and pulled up in this shoe. The box shape's really nice on her. If you'd like to take a fifth on point from the side. And as you can see, she's got really pretty feet as well, so she gets over really nice. So you guys that are watching, you're probably more familiar with the 2007 and the 3007 because they are very, it's one of our most popular models that we have, but we also have so many more models. And if you want to learn more about those, you can head over after this stream to our Instagram pages and also my YouTube channel to learn the differences between them. Fabulous. So how do those feel to you compared to the Cartier?
These ones feel really nice as well. I think the Katya has kind of a hugging compression feeling versus these have kind of a typical point shoe feeling, but both are very comfortable.
Sure.
And I think used for different things. Like I think the Katyas are really good for the stage.
Yeah, it's really interesting hearing different people's opinions on shoes as well, because everyone feels something different, right? And what I really love about fitting shoes is the fact that, you know, everyone can give you different feedback, and it really helps you to learn about, you know, what's going to really work on that foot type and things. So for people watching, if you've never been for an actual fitting, I always advise you go for a fitting, because there's so much a fitter can tell you about your shoes, your technique, and what would really work for you, especially coming back from injury. So what injury did you have, by the way?
I ruptured my ACL.
Oh, wow. How did you do that?
I was in the quarantine trying to do some flips in my backyard, but
oh my God. How is it now?
it's doing much better. I'm still in the beginning of recovery because it's a 9-month injury, so I'm 4 months out, but I'm improving really fast, and it's key to work hard in physical therapy when you have a big injury.
Yes, I absolutely agree with that. Sometimes I get dancers that get injured, but they don't take the rehab seriously enough. And then they wonder why it's stalling their progress at getting better. And it's like, well, if you did what they told you to do and actually paid attention, it would make a big difference. I've had a few injuries myself over the years, and it is so frustrating. But at the same time, it helps you learn a lot about your body and how it recovers and how to keep yourself safer in the future as well. Because I think it makes you more mindful of all the little details, don't you think?
Definitely, and like how I engage a muscle, because even after surgery, you get atrophy and you don't even know how to walk. So you have to really learn everything.
Absolutely. It's cool. So, yeah, should we go on to the next fitting now and have a look at what else we're going to do?
Perfect. All right. So, your turn, Mamas. Okay.
So how long have you been on point for in total?
Probably like 3-4-ish years.
So what's your experience been like? Have you had any previous injuries or current injuries or anything like that?
I've broken my foot before, but that was a while ago.
Sure.
And yeah, I haven't really injured myself a lot or anything, which has been really nice. So,
so what's your training like at the moment? Are you like pre-professional, or what's going on with how you dance, or are you do dance as a hobby, or?
Yes, I dance every single day. I haven't been able to go like to my studio a lot in the past couple months, but I've been practicing at home, doing all the classes I can, doing online classes. I train at the Rock Center for Dance, and I do, I do pointe, ballet, and all the other styles. And yeah, it's just super awesome.
Oh, that's really cool. So have you worn Nikolai shoes before, or?
Yes.
Oh, cool. So what models have you worn?
I've worn the 3007. And I really haven't been able to try on a lot because of the pandemic, of course.
Sure, of course.
And I just haven't been to a fitting. So this is really nice because I definitely need one. So.
Oh, sure, cool. Great.
Oh, yeah,
so let's see what we're going to do.
All right. So go ahead and put your toe pads on. And what was your street shoe size?
I wear a 6'3"X.
So, how much point are you doing a week at the moment in these strange times?
I've been doing points. Well, I practice at home, of course, because of everything going on. And I also train at my studio, probably like, so we have ballet classes, and sometimes we intermix it with pointe. And yeah, we definitely train a lot on pointe. And we do pointe dances and like pointe group pointe group dances and pieces, and which is really nice. So
cool. So do you have any goals in the future with ballet? Like, do you have like dream companies you want to work with, or?
For right now, I really, really want to work on my technique, because that's definitely something that I need to work on. And I really hope that I can be in a ballet company. I don't exactly know what I want to do right now.
Sure.
But I'm just training as much as I can so I can possibly be in any company that I would want to be in. So.
Yes, absolutely. Technique is so important.
Yeah.
Fab. So should we check these out? So we're just checking all the fit first. This is cool because we get to see the fine details of fitting shoes, which is really fun. So at the moment in this pair, we're just going to tweak the fit of these, I think.
Go ahead and come down for a second.
Yeah. So, what size was that again? Sorry. Was that 5-3X?
A 6-3X.
Ah, cool.
So I think I'm gonna take you. Perfect.
So if you guys are wondering what's going on, we're just now perfecting the fit, getting everything just right, which is really good to show you guys how a real fitting really works. So Rebecca's now going to tweak the sizing.
So sometimes switching it up a little bit.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So also I just wanted to say to the viewers that when you go for a fitting, don't be afraid to communicate with your fitter and to talk about what you're feeling in the shoe, because it's really vital. And also a fitter will always be wanting to help you and get you in the right size combination and the right shank strength and everything else. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's definitely correct.
And Nicholas says, tuning the size and width can take a while sometimes. Absolutely. Even when I'm fitting, sometimes I have to really play with the size and width combinations to get it just perfect, because no 2 feet are the same as well. Some people have a size difference, and sometimes it's very substantial. And also sometimes, you know, you get one foot stronger than the other. And there's so much that goes into a pointe shoe fitting that sometimes people don't realize until they actually go for a very good thorough fitting. And it's very good when the fitter, like here, we're fine tuning, we're making sure that everything is just so. This is very important. So Rebecca's now just tweaking and getting it all just so. If anyone has any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments box.
Is that better?
Yeah.
So also, as you can see, this dances in one of the Nikolai Bolshoi style Senses leotards from the new collection as well, which is really gorgeous. And it comes in a variety of colours. And if you didn't know, there are so much incredible collections of dancewear that we have that you can find for your nearest Nikolai retailer, or if you're in other parts of the world, Grishko retailer. So now we're just popping another pair to just get that fit just so. And this is so important, you guys. Never be afraid when you're going for a fitting to really fine tune that fit.
How does that feel to you? Feels great. Yeah. You are right there, though. I can see why you go up to the 6 because you're so young and you're growing so much.
Nice. So let's go a little bit closer to show the side of the foot. So if you go back to parallel at the side of the bar for us. As you can see, she also gets over really beautifully. She's actually got, I think she's got disappearing heels. This is why we get a little bit of extra fabric at the back. Is that right, Rebecca?
I believe you. Yes, I think that is the case.
Mm-hmm. And just to let the viewers know that sometimes when a dancer has a lot of mobility and can really push forwards, sometimes because of that degree of flexibility, the heel gets really, really narrow. So when the dancer goes on point, although the size is correct, we get a lot of satin, but it's just common with a disappearing heel. And it's something that either can be tweaked in different models or it can be tweaked in a custom order. So in this particular shoe, it is quite a high heel. So just off the bat, thinking, you know, I think a Nova would look really good on this dancer as well. And also in a custom in this shoe, it could be cut down a little bit at the heel. Also, some other good shoes that would look quite nice. Dream Point 2007, also known as Allure. Miracle. Oh, Miracle would also be a very good one too, actually, because that's a low heel. If you'd like to take a 5th position on point from the side.
5th position on point from the side.
That's all right. Nice. Great feet too. How does it feel to you?
It feels really good. I feel really supported, which is really nice because it's never good to feel like you're sinking. And I've always liked how I never am like gripping or anything.
Yeah,
I just feel really
relaxed.
Yeah.
And that's one of the beautiful things. When I very first tried Grishko Nikolai point shoes in my life, that moment when I found the model for me and I felt lifted and secure, I couldn't get over it because I've got really narrow feet myself. And I always struggled with fitters putting me in shoes too wide, and I never knew any different. And I'd literally be on my toes and teachers would tell me that, oh, it's meant to feel that way. It's not. Guys watching, I cannot tell you how crucial it is to feel lifted in your point shoes. If you feel that you're literally on your toes, something's going on. The point shoe has to grip you securely and you have to feel pulled up. And I can't tell you how many dancers I get come to me that are literally sitting in their point shoes and they've got bruised toenails and God knows what going on. It's the shoe has to work with you and not against you. And as you can see in this pair, the dancer's beautifully lifted. Sorry, what's your name again?
Savannah.
There you go. So Savannah's really lifted. You can see even her leg line. You can see her muscles. She's really been able to pull up in the shoe there. And that's also really crucial because it means that she's not going to get tired easily when she's dancing on point, because that's another thing. If you're sinking in your shoes, you have to work 10 times harder to keep going. They look really nice. Cool. Is there anything else we want to try point shoe wise whilst we're here, or what else?
Do you want to try the Katya?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that. Cool.
Go ahead and sit on your side and then. No, you're good.
So would you like to talk to us a bit about the leotard you've got on as well? How do you like it? And what's the fabric like? Is it really soft?
Yeah, it's so soft. The material is so nice, and it just feels like a perfect fit.
Once we adjusted the straps for her, it was absolutely perfect.
And I love that the back goes a little bit lower too.
Yeah, it's a really pretty line.
Yeah.
I love that. And it's got a little bit, it's got like the velvet top line, hasn't it, to it?
Yes. Super soft.
Yeah. So for you guys watching, this leotard is part of the Bolshoi Star Senses collection, and it comes in a few different colours. The fabrics used are very high end. We use really quality fabrics that are super soft and they wash so well, but also they retain their texture and their colour. And we have such an extensive range of dancewear, it's unbelievable. And we're always coming out with really nice collections. we're just trying on the couches. And if anyone has any questions, pop them in the comments box. And if you've just tuned in, we're in Las Vegas at the moment. And Julia, hi Julia. Julia says, we use fabric of super quality imported from Italy. Yes, exactly. So all the fabrics used in the dancewear are not just bog standard fabrics. They are very carefully chosen. And they are imported from Italy, which is super cool. And also, by the way, we also work with the Vaganova and Bolshoi ballet academies with their uniforms, and we even have a collection called the Academy Collection, which features styles that are actually used in the uniforms. And Julia says, we have also recently added new kids collection. Yes, the new kids collection is stunning. I've actually seen all of it, and it's just really beautiful, and there's so much variation in the cuts of the Leos, but also there's some really cute dresses and skirts. So for you guys watching, definitely check that out as well with your nearest Nikolai retailer too.
I showed this Leo. Yeah, we actually have Gabby here in one of
the Bolshoi Stars Senses Leo as well.
Yeah.
Yes, this is one of my faves. I have it in pink. Would you like to turn around and show us the back? Nice. I like your tattoos too, by the way.
She has the skirt.
Oh yes, I love it.
It cuts in the center.
Yes.
And it makes your waist very small, and it has very nice fabric.
Totally.
And then
style on you.
I have the wrap top on.
Yes, look, you've got the little bolero on. I love that. I've got one myself. It's super soft, isn't it?
It's about the softest wrap top I've ever owned. It is lovely. The merino wool is just unparalleled.
Yeah, it's so nice. And I love the fact that you can actually wear it as streetwear as well, right?
Yes, yes. And you never know with Las Vegas, it may be nuclear hot outside, but then the air conditioning has an Antarctica inside. So I'm always grabbing a little wrap top to bring with me.
Sure. By the way, speaking of being in Las Vegas, do you find that dancers have issues with their point shoes drying, or what's that like there with the heat?
So with the heat, it actually, I feel like, makes it a little bit easier for the dancers to be able to dry their point shoes because we don't have any humidity.
Yeah.
So the girls, once they're done dancing, as long as they're storing them properly.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Brooke, by the way, Brooke's joined. Mm-hmm.
So this is the Katya.
Cool. I'm not sure. I mean, it's not bad, but
no,
I don't know if I like it as much as the other one.
I don't think that it's a good shoe for her.
Yeah, it's okay, but it's nice to see it on a different pair of feet so we can show you guys what it looks like. What do you think about it on you?
It does kind of feel, it's not the best fit for me, just for my shape of foot.
Sure.
But yeah, it kind of just feels a little bit like kind of bulky in this area.
And you know what's interesting? A good fact about this, showing you in both that one and Karcher, is the fact that just because a shoe is built on 2007 last, there is so much variation. Because sometimes retailers go, oh, but why would I need another shoe built on 2007 last? And the reason is we have a lot of fine variation between each model. So even like, for example, let me grab you guys a Nova. So although Nova is also built on the 2007 last, it has a lot of differences, such as lower sides, lower heel. It's more kind of a streamlined cut with a higher wing, deeper U-cut band. The box pieces are lightweight elastic, so it's a different feeling. And it also features a bit of a broader platform. So, you know, just because a shoe is built on 2007 last doesn't mean that the dancer wearing them is going to enjoy each single model built on 2007 last, if that makes sense. So this is why it's really nice. Yeah, totally. And this is why it's really nice for the dancer to get the opportunity to try them on, because the dancer can feel what one she personally enjoys the most, because everyone has different feelings and sensations on point. So, you know, you guys, just because you think, oh, it's another shoe built on 2007, don't think of it like that, because there's so much variation. It's mind-blowing. So
right. Really cool. Well, I'll have you go ahead and pop them off then. Thank you so much.
Cool.
So in the Katya, do you notice though when you're squishing the box of the shoe how it has that different paste versus it's super interesting.
Yes.
And could you feel the difference in the shank, in the way that it's got that 3/4 and the way the outer sole is a bit lower? It feels different.
Yeah, it actually really does feel different. I mean, between the two shoes, like, I had a different feeling with both, which is how it always is with point shoes. You just have to find the right fit for you. So
yes. So to answer Brooke's question, the Karcher paste is the elastic paste. So it's the adaptive paste that, you know, molds the foot quicker than the classic Smart. Also, another thing I forgot to mention about Karcher is it has sound absorption as well. So sound absorption in our shoes is in Pro option, but it also comes in some shoes already, like Karcher. So what that means is it's not as noisy in the platform or the demi point. And also our ultra silent shoe, which is the most quiet of our shoes, is Miracle. So I'm just going to show you that, because it's nice to show viewers a bit of variation in shoes. So with the Miracle shoe, it was our first shoe with padding on the inside. It has a plush lining which features antibacterial properties, and it's also padded in the box and in the tip of the shoe. It's the same shape as Nova, but the vamp height is slightly lower, and the box paste is lightweight elastic as well, with very high wing, low sides and heel, but the shank is different. The shank comes in light medium and light hard, and it has really nice generous flex. And it's so quiet because they have silent knot technology, which is placed in the demi point area and the platform area. So this shoe is super quiet. It's the most quiet of the whole of the range, which is really nice for dancers that, you know, if they like the shape of a classic 2007 last and they fit in this shoe, that's a nice option to have as well. And Mr. Grishko just answered as well, Karcher has the same paste as Miracle. Yes, it does. So for you guys watching, we have a variety of pastes. Classic Smart paste, lightweight elastic paste, also known as the Miracle glue, and Tropicana glue as well. Cool. So would you like to tell us a little bit more about the dance shop itself? Tell us a little bit more about the services, like the point shoe service, for example. Do people need to book in for that in advance?
We do. We actually prefer that dancers book an appointment just so we can reserve that time for them. You know, it's so detail oriented, and if at all possible, I like to have a person on to fit the point shoe and then an additional staffer to help any walk-in business. So not that we absolutely will fit you if you just walk in, but it's not that that time is reserved for you. So then we try to fit the jazz shoes and the technique shoes and everything else like that along with the point shoe fitting. And with the 4-person occupancy, it gets very interesting sometimes. So,
cool.
And then I know that when we sat down in February, we were looking at all the other models, and I'm really wanting to bring on another style for the shop and something a little bit different. And we were, through our discussions, leaning more towards the Smart point. And I think that hopefully we'll be able to bring those in soon for the shop and get some more Nikolay styles in.
Yeah, absolutely. Because isn't it so nice now that you guys get the option to have so much choice in the models now? It's astounding, isn't it? It's overwhelming almost.
It really kind of was, but you took the time with me, and it was so gracious of you to like sit and go through everything with me, and it was just lovely to be able to person to person, face to face, have that discussion, and you were knowledgeable in the other styles that we carry, and to be able to, oh, well, this will work for you, but you already have one that's like this. So kudos to you. Thank you so much.
Oh, no worries. Happy to help. Pila, if I'm pronouncing your name right, I virtually fitted her recently. So for you guys watching, I offer a virtual fitting service as well. With and what that means is I will do a video call with you, find you your nearest Nikolai retailer, and then you either go to your nearest store and we video call, and me and the fitter at the store will work together trying on different shoes. And if there's something that I would like to try you in, the retailer can get it for you to try it on, and you will obviously buy the shoes from the retailer. It's been working out really fantastic. I've helped so many dancers all over the world with this. And Pila had her very first point shoes fitted at Dee's Dancewear with me and Jamie working together, and it was so much fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was so good. So do you get in your store, do you get dancers come in that are having problems with shoes and you guys like help fix them with that? Because I get a lot of dancers that have been fitted badly, or you know, they're struggling with something, and it can be really hard for that
They ordered them online.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh, you can't do that unless you already know you can't do that.
No.
So yes, we actually, when we book a point shoe fitting, we ask that the dancer bring their old style of shoe with them so that we can diagnose any issues that they may be having. And, you know, we like to take a comprehensive amount of time and speak with them about their needs, what they're feeling in the shoe, where they think they need to be. And we actually welcome instructors to come in with the dancer. If there's something that they want to see them in, we're happy to run some shoes and have the instructor and make sure that everybody's comfortable. And that I would rather not sell a pair of shoes than put somebody in a bad pair of shoes. It's I don't want to see somebody get hurt because I just wanted to make a buck. Like, that's not okay to me.
Exactly. And you guys watching, this is what a good fit is all about. You know, a retailer who wants to just sell you anything, there's plenty of them around. So always, if you're going for a fitting, guys, do your research. Ask people who have been fitted at that store. Ask them about their experience. Do your research before you go and get fitted. I can't stress that enough, because unfortunately, not every retailer knows what they're doing. So really do your research, and you'll make a better choice in who you're going to go to for your point shoes. Because like Rebecca's saying here, you know, it's very important that you get the correct fit, and also that the retailer will, you know, help you in discovering what is going to work for you and communicate with you. Because even me, I've been to fittings where they just aren't listening to me, and I'm just like, I'm feeling this, and they just ignore me, and they're just like, well, the shoe looks fine. And it's like, well, it doesn't feel fine.
Right. Yes. And they're bullied almost into purchasing a style that they are visibly and verbally telling you that's not working for them. And that's not fair to the dancer. No. I've had dancers come in that I'm ready to quit point. I'm done. I can't deal with this anymore. And I'm like, well, let's try you in everything, literally everything, and make sure.
Yeah.
And totally. Special ordered, and like you're saying, with the ability through some vendors, you can do a tailored shoe to the foot. And if you know what you're doing and you know what you're looking at, then it makes it so much easier on the dancer. They feel assured. They know that there's a professional physically looking out for them. So
yes,
it's totally awesome that you guys have.
It's all about that service, isn't it? And it's like, you can always see when someone truly has that passion for fitting and what a difference it makes. Because sometimes I've been fitted by some people where you can tell they're not really into it. And it's like, why sell point shoes if you're not going to give that service to the dancer? Just don't do it. Let the other retailer who has a passion for it do it, who knows what they're doing and wants to help.
Right.
Mr. Grishko mentioned to Pilo about trying the 3007. Mr. Grishko, we would have tried it, but unfortunately, at the time of fitting, we didn't have the size available. And the 2007 worked really well as her first shoes. But for the next pair, absolutely, we will be sure to get her some 3007s to try too.
So she's actually worn them. She purchased the 3007 online, and she wanted to go back into the 2007.
Who are you on about? Sorry, what dancer?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Erin. And Erin's the mom, and then Savannah's the dancer. Oh, so she was in the 3007, had tried them. I apologize.
That's all right. No, because he's on about a dancer who's on the stream who I fitted virtually in point shoes, if that makes sense.
I see.
But no, no, I understand, because the 3007 and 2007 do feel very different. And like I mentioned earlier, you know, I still keep some 2007s and also give the option still, because for very flexible feet, in my opinion, the 3007 is not going to work unless it's customized to suit a flexible foot, because the way the shank is different, it gets, you know, it's a great shoe for people that struggle in 2007 in getting over, because in 3007 they get over better. But if you've got, like, I had a dancer yesterday who wanted to try 3007, but she's very, very high arched. She has a lot of mobility everywhere, basically. So when she put it on, even in a hard shank, she goes over too far. So I said, look, you need a longer vamp in it. I need higher wings in it as well, because she was starting to ooze out the sides, and then it would work. So guys, the 3007 is an incredible shoe, absolutely. But if you have a lot of mobility, just err on the side of caution when you try it on, because you might need a custom in it, just to let you know.
She's actually trying them back on for us right now.
Cool.
So we can see her versus the 3000 and the 2000.
Yes, excellent. So here we go with the 3007s. If you'd like to turn out to first position. So as you can see, this shank is very bent. What shank strength was this, by the way?
Soft.
And was it
So she's soft.
Was it in a standard 3007 or a pro 3007 or a pro flex 3007?
Do you remember? Was it a standard, a pro, or a pro flex?
Pro, yeah.
It was the pro.
Ah, cool. So also, just to let you guys know that in the pro option, it has sound absorption, also a little bit more flexibility as well. So it's a nice shape shoe on her, but as you can see, the shank broke too low down. So then she ends up with a loss of strength in the shoe. So, you know, this shoe could be customized to work beautifully on her, and a different shank strength as well, because the soft is a bit too soft. And as you can see, as it's broken in, it's broken very low down her foot, and she's starting to banana forwards quite a bit. How did this shoe work out for you? How long did you have it for? Tell us a bit about it.
For me, these shoes lasted a really long time, and I got them, I think, like 2 months ago.
Oh, cool.
And I loved them. They were super easy to work with.
Yes.
And yeah, they're one of my favorite shoes that I've ever tried on. Literally, I love them so much.
I would love to work with you on a custom order on these sometime if you fancy it.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, because I know what I could do to make it more perfection, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
Let me just grab one out to show people what they're like when they're fresh. So 3007 is the upgraded version of 2007. I've got here a pro version. So the pro one's with sound absorption. It features elastic drawstring. By the way, elastic drawstring is now in all of the models as standard, but you can request cotton if you like. It has an easier roll through shank, and it also bends more generously into the arch here. So for people that struggled with the classic 2007 in getting over, in the 3007 they get more over, and that was me, because I don't have very flexible ankles. So what I really enjoyed with it was the fact that I got fully on my platform in it, because that was like, wow. And I made a video on YouTube comparing 2007 to 3007 and showing you the differences, if anyone needs to see that. It's a bit lower at the sides, and the shape of the heel is more scooped, but we also have a microfiber lining in the heel piece like Smart Point, and this grips the heel more, but it also gives better shape to the heel piece. It also features the classic Smart Pace, which adapts to the foot. So it's like it is the same as the 2007 Pace, by the way, just so you guys know, but the platform's broader, so it's more rounded. Now it has a much easier demi point, which a lot of people have loved, which is fantastic, because some dancers that haven't got very strong feet and used to wear 2007, when they switched to 3007, they found it easier to roll through it. So that was a bonus about the shoe. So I really enjoy it too. But yeah, when you try it on, if you've got very, very flexible feet, you might need a custom to make it fit you just right, just to let you guys know. But it's a very wonderful shoe, and it's available through your nearest retailer. So go and try it on and see what you think about it. Cool. So
Thank you.
No worries. So are you guys all on Instagram? By the way, you guys follow the Dance Shop. You'll see the Instagram handle on the page, on our Nikolai page. Follow the dancers as well. And of course, if you have any questions after the stream, feel free to ask any of us. We'll help you out. Rebecca, do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, I really thank you so much for this opportunity. You've just been lovely to work with, and I was looking forward to it, and you've made everything just seamless and a breeze. And thank you for all of your hard work.
Oh, no worries. Obviously, I love the brand so much, and I'll do anything to help any retailers with anything they need to know. And I look forward to coming back to the States. And you never know, I might make it to Las Vegas one day, so that'd be pretty cool.
Better.
So for you guys also watching, and if you just tuned in, don't worry, I'm going to save this stream. We'll pop it on IGTV, and you'll be able to watch it at your leisure. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us. And I look forward to speaking to you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thanks to our dancers as well for being such good sports and seeing them in different shoes and the dance wear. That's been really great. So thank you all.
She's saying thank you to the dancers.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And to everyone watching, stay tuned for more streams. We have more to come, even with retailers around the world. Thank you for everyone who watched, and we'll speak to you all soon. Bye. Bye.
Bye.